What's up guys? Today a little video on how to install the Tone Vise pitch shifter. So with this, it acts like the detuner, and it's just for like these guitars here where they have the routed body so you can pull up on the whammy bar. I don't like the trem stabilizer that Floyd Rose has. I seen Tone Vise has one which is ridiculously priced at $129. Yeah, there's a lot of machining involved with it, but I still don't think it's gonna feel like this does now without it. So my thought was, I seen this type on Amazon. They're bent and this and that, and then there's some of them, I don't know, maybe they are machined. I machined this one on the mill. Just took a piece of brass and milled it out, and then drilled some holes and countersunk it. And other than that, you got a screw here, an Allen screw, which I'm probably gonna get one with a head on, because my thoughts on this are I'm gonna install that and butt the screw up against here when I want to, and I'm gonna leave the back plate off so I could just go ahead and unscrew that, and I highly doubt I'm gonna get my fingers in there. So maybe what I'll do is just use the Allen key and back this little screw off so I can go between floating and locked. That means you can only dive down. Anyway, they wanted $11.99 for that. If you want it, I'll put it in the link in the description. That's an awful lot of money just for that, and some screws and a nut and an Allen wrench. But what you're gonna have to do is prop your guitar up. I have mine all tuned up, and when you get it propped up, you're gonna want, and it depends on how you have the springs. In my Ibanez guitar, I have two springs here, running here, and then just one here, and then I have the Floyd Rose. But this is a lot smaller, and all I'm gonna do is drop this in here, and depending on your space and the length of your screw, all I am going to do is line that block or L bracket, whatever you want to call it, up with the body, and then you trace a circle there, and then we're going to pre-drill a pilot hole in there so we can run one of those screws in. Once I get that snugged up, then I'm going to put another one there, and then we'll feed the screw in. That's this screw here, and then the nut acts as a jam nut, which I'm putting on the back side, because when I want to have this free floating, I'll crack that open and back this long screw that's going to butt up against here to stop you from pulling up on the bar. I'll back that out. Now Tone Vise's Terminator tremolo stabilizer, they have a nut that allows you to do that, but again, I really don't believe that's gonna feel like this does the way it is now. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is put the screw into the countersunk block here, and make sure it's countersunk inside the block itself. Then we're gonna go ahead, bump the drill bit up to it. I'm using a 1/16 here, but that mics out on the outside to a 118 thousandths. So I'm going to use the 16th, see where we're at for a pilot hole. Put a piece of masking tape at the end of the screw, not right at the tip, but maybe like right in back of it, and that will give you your depth that you can drill into your body. Alright, so you can see I just popped the hole right through there. And now what we'll do is take the block, lay it in there, put one screw in, make sure it's parallel to the body, and then we'll put another circle with a Sharpie or something, and then we'll move that away and then drill the second one. Alright, so you can see right here that this part runs parallel to the spring back here. So that's what you're looking for, just a parallel. And make sure you don't go, if you're doing a triangulation, you're not too close to this spring. You kind of want to make them equal, but I would suggest to go to this spring a little bit more, just for the fact when you push down on the bar, it's this spring is going to come closer to here, because it's going to stretch. I don't have this one really tightened, just snugged, and we're just going to go ahead and mark that and then drill the other screw. Alright, so after you have those two screws in, what I did was I took a piece of masking tape and I rolled it up, fed that thread in until it hit the block here, and then The jam nut I already had on, and then I just used a wrench to snug it up. So your guitar at this point is going to be out of tune because you got to push this set screw against the block. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here to the headstock, and you're going to detune your low 6 string so it's got a lot of slack in it. Make sure you have your whammy bar in, and then make sure the fine tuner is adjusted all the way up. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to depress your whammy bar. Your string is already slack, and then we're going to take our Allen wrench and put it inside the screw. You're going to break it loose, and once you get that loose, you're going to thread that out, and you can see there's some spring tension right there, and you're gonna have to pull that out. Don't discard that original bolt in case you want to put it back in. They do give you 2 bolts here. Mine already was long, so I'm not going to use the longer one. I'm going to use this one, and here's a better look at how this thing looks. The next part, you're going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is unscrew this barrel on the thread. You're going to take this part here, this flat, where those words are. You're going to bump it up against your whale tail, and you're going to line the threads up. You want the threads to be right where your saddle starts here, and then that tip there goes inside that steel block, which locks that spring in. You got to get that in between the spring. You push that in there. Now, if you can see, hopefully, this is right up against the whale tail. We're going to run that screw back in, but we're going to have to push the whammy bar down so we don't scratch the body. And you can see my string just popped out there, so there's no way I'm going to be able to do this on camera, but I think you got the gist of that. Alright, so I tightened this up, but you can see right here at the edge of this knurled barrel on that screw, there's too much space between the whale tail and that, so you're going to have to loosen it up, take it out, and then rotate this barrel, whatever you want to call it, closer to the whale tail. And that's where a lot of people are running into problems with tuning issues and not having this thing work. Alright, so after a readjustment, you can see, hopefully, what kind of clearance between the whale tail and this is. This only rotates one way. So when you're turning it, from what Tone Vise said, the logo up will be your E note, so you got to tune the E. But don't forget to tighten this up, which I didn't. But before I go any further, I figured I would show you guys exactly what this is supposed to look like. Then when you drop to the D position, this part, even though it's lefty, you can see there's whatever that says there facing you, and then again it only turns back one way. You can't spin it clockwise because of those steps. Alright, so after I tighten this, you could still see, you know, there's still space there. Give you another shot over this way. So it's not, this barrel isn't rubbing on the back of that whale tail. Alright, so now what you want to do, after you have all of that done, we're going to put this in the E position with the Tone Vise logo facing upward. So I already did that. You can see that's E, A, and you might want to go over your strings here. This is a good time to do it if anything is out. So there's E, A, D, there we go, and then B, and then E. So after you have that done, you're going to go ahead and you're going to lock these tuners down. And before I forget, make sure you're in the playing position or your guitar is going to be flat when you're tuning this. Alright, so if you look to the right, you can see that there's clearance between the fine tuner And this is in the E position. That's the logo facing upward. And this is something that nobody shows you. So that fine tuner, you want to make sure is not hitting this part here. And then we rotate this counterclockwise, it's going to fall into the D position. And then the logo of Tone Vise would be facing you. And this is the patent pending facing, we're looking at it in reverse position for the best results that I can possibly show you. And the fine tuner, it touches that screw right there, as you can see. So you can see how that fine tuner is actually touching that screw. That's what adjusts the D note. Alright, so in conclusion of what's going on here, when the Tone Vise is facing up to you, that's E, and when you counter clockwise turn this thing, and I'm already getting sick of it because it's a pain in the ass, it's not worth the money, and to me it's just a piece of junk, and I'm about ready to rip it out. Turning it counterclockwise drops you to D, and then when you turn it clockwise, which is really freaking hard, the Tone Vise is up. And if we take a look at what that looks like, you can see, hopefully, you got the fine tuner right there, and that's kind of butted up against where that flat is on that little barrel. Let me rotate that down. Counterclockwise. Now you can see that fine tuner is touching the threads. Definitely an overpriced piece of junk. I did get it in tune, and the fine tuners, if we take a look down, they say back your low E all the way out, and I did, and then I ended up putting it in D now. So they're pretty flush after you tune it up. I did have to mess with some of these tuners from A to E and refine tune everything. It went back and forth a little bit. I did adjust again the claw screws back here, and actually I put heavier springs on because I was running out of space, and you can see how much space I'm actually running out of. There's the trem block. Do I recommend this item? No, not for the price. I can't, and I don't know how it's going to play. It's too late to even bother giving a sound sample, so that'll have to be another day. The last thing they tell you to put on is this rubber O-ring. You just stretch it over the fine tuner, and that's just so it doesn't move. How good that works, I have no idea. But this is the most detailed video that you'll find out there in YouTube land. Alright, so we're in drop D tuning. Alright, now I'm going to switch to E, and when you're turning this clockwise, being that that fine tuner's down, you can't go any further. So you could see E settles in there. And there you go.